In today's class, we'll discuss on the basic instruction types. That is, so basic instruction types are 3 address instruction, 2 address instruction, 1 address instruction, and the 0 address instruction. So why we use this instruction means, I already told that we write the program in a high level language. During compilation, that high level language is converted into assembly level language. So in an assembly language, while after converting it into an instruction into an assembly level language, that assembly language code can be written using a 3 address instruction, 1 address instruction, 2 address instruction, or 0 address instruction. It depends on the machine. So different machines uses different address instruction. Some machine uses 3 address instruction, some machine uses 2 address instruction, and some machine uses 1 address instruction, like that. So consider, for example, consider C is equal to A plus B. C is equal to A plus B is written in a high level language. So this is an high level language. If you convert that into assembly level language, means how we write, means add A comma B comma C, like that. Now in an assembly language like code, we write like this. Now this is 3 address instruction. So different machine uses different types of instruction type. That is, it can use maybe 1 address instruction, or it can use 3 address instruction, or it can use 2 address instruction. It depends on the machine. Let's see what how to write the instruction in 1 address, 2 address, 3 address, and the 0 address instruction. So first see the 3 address instruction. So consider a statement, that is high level language statement. C is equal to A plus B, where A and B are added and stores the result in C. So in RTN means register transfer notation. It can be represented as C arrow, and the content is specified in what I told that it is within a square brace. This is what register transfer notation. In an assembly language, code for the above is add A, B, C. This is known as 3 address instruction. Means we use the 3 variables na A, B, C. So 3 locations. We have used 3 variables we use na. So this is called as 3 address instruction. So where add is the opcode, this add is called as opcode, and the A, B, C are called the operands. So A, B, and C are operands, and add. So this add, subtract, move, load, multiply, these are called an opcode, and these variables na A, B, C are used na, that will called as operands. So syntax for this 3 address instruction is opcode, source 1, source 2, and the destination. So for example, add A comma B comma C means add is an opcode, A is one source, means C is equal to A plus B means these two are the source. We are adding these two source values and store it. This is a destination to which we are storing na, that is called a destination. C is the destination here. So A plus B means these are the source values, and this is the destination value. Okay, so add A is a source 1 and B is the source 2, and say C is the destination. Okay, so suppose P bits are required to represent the opcode in binary, and K bits are for the source 1, source 2, and the destination. Then this requires a P plus 3K bits. That is for P bits for P bits for opcode, K bits for source 1, K bits for source 2, and K bits for destination. Means P plus 3K. PK bits it is required. So 3 address instruction will be large to store in one word. So in that cases, multiple word is used to store the instruction. 3 address means it acquires more memory, na. So in the case multiple word is used to store the instruction. This is 3 address instruction, means we use the 3 operands. Okay, then next is 2 address instruction. An instruction that work with 2 operands is called a 2 address instruction. The instruction it was work with 3 operands means 3 address instruction. 2 operands means 2 address instruction. So let's see the syntax, that is opcode, source comma destination. In the first cases we use the source 1, source 2 and the destination. Here source 1 comma destination, that is add a comma b. It adds the contents of the a and b and the result is stored in a b. So in this case it adds the content a, b, c, right? Add a, b comma c, right? So it adds the content of a, b and the result is stored in c. So in this case add a comma b means it adds the content of a and b, the result is stored in b. So this instruction c is equal to a plus b can be written in an what 2 address instruction. How to return in a 2 address instruction means move b comma c, b value na c ಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. Okay, then add a comma c. So c contains what? B value. Then add a comma c means it adds the values of b, a and c and the result is stored in c. Right, here you can see we have to add the a and b values and the result is stored in c, no. So for that we move the b's value to the c variable and add the content of a and c, and after adding the result is stored in c. This is what 2 address instruction. If we use 2 operands means this is a 2 address instruction. And next is 1 address instruction. In 1 address instruction only one operand is used. That operand may be a source or may be a destination. It depends on the operations, that is opcode used. In case of 1 address instruction, other operand is the processor. We are using the other operand, that is processor register called an accumulator. It is not used in our instruction, but it default it exists. That accumulator is exist. We use the another operand called an accumulator. By default it exists, but we won't use that in means we won't mention that in our instruction. So syntax for this 1 address instruction is opcode, source or destination. Okay, so for example, operand is a source or destination depends on the type of the operation. For example, in the load operation, load a means the content of memory location A is fetched into accumulator. So I already told that we use by default we use another register called an accumulator. By default it exists. We not mention that in our what? In our instruction. So load A means the content of memory location A is fetched into the accumulator. So what is the value stored in location A is fetched and it is stored into the register accumulator. So in this case A is the source and accumulator will be the destination. We are fetching from is the source and to is the destination. We are fetching from A and storing it to accumulator, na. In this case A is the source and accumulator is the destination. So in the store operation, store B means the content of accumulator. What are the value in the accumulator means here that a value is fetched and it is stored in an accumulator, na. So that a value stored in accumulator, that is returned back to that memory location B. So we are writing back. Store means we are writing back from accumulator to B. In this case the accumulator is the source and B is the destination. Okay, you can understand this. It is still confusing some. So load means it transfers the load A means it transfers the content from A to accumulator. Store B means from the accumulator it transfers the data from accumulator to memory location. So let's see the how to write this one address instruction. How to write the one address instruction for C is equal to A plus B. Okay, so how to write load A? Load A means the content of A are fetched into accumulator. Then so we are storing the A value stored in accumulator na. Then add B. We are performing what? Addition operation. Add B. Add B means the content of B is added with the accumulator. So any operation is performed. We are not mentioned the other operand means the accumulator is by default exist. You can by default you understand that accumulator is default exist. Add B means add B or C anything means it must be added with the content of the accumulator. Then add B means content of B are added to accumulator and stored in a accumulator. The result addition of B and accumulator na. So it adds the B and accumulator value and the result is stored in the accumulator itself. Then store C. So the result is stored in the accumulator na. Store C means what are the values stored in the accumulator na, that will be transferred to the memory location C. It means it adds the content of A and B and the result is stored in C. This is a one address instruction. So zero address instruction we are not used here. In a zero address instruction we use the push down stack. So we will discuss that push down stack in future classes. So you got now how to represent, how to write in a one address instruction means three address instruction means we use the three operands, and the two address instruction we use the two operands, and in one address instruction we use the one operand. So let's see one problem how to write means they give the instruction, one instruction, how to write that instruction in one address, how to write that high level language code in one address instruction, two address instruction and the three address instruction. So write an assembly level code to evaluate the expression A into B plus C into D using one address instruction, two address instruction and the three address instruction. So let's see how to solve this. Okay, what is our problem? Y is equal to, sorry, in the question they may not mentioned that is y. So y is equal to A into B plus C into D. So we have to perform the multiplication of A and B. We have to perform the multiplication of A and B and multiplication of C and D. So first we have to perform the multiplication of A and B and multiplication of C and D, and the result of this multiplication and this multiplication is added. So this is this and this is added. Okay, let's see how to write that one. So first in one address instruction by default we have what? Accumulator. So load A. Load A means consider we are having a accumulator here, ACC means by default it is having. So load A means the content of A is loaded to the accumulator, and multiply B means A, that is accumulator into B. Okay, accumulator into B. The A value stored in accumulator and multiply B means it content of B are multiplied with the accumulator and the result is stored in where? Accumulator itself. Okay, the result is stored in accumulator, and from the accumulator we transfer that result back to, so that transfer that multiplication of accumulator and B to some other memory location. So I am using here is result. I am using result memory location, that is memory location name is result. I am storing that multiplication of A and B to the result memory location. Why means we need to perform here, we need to perform other operations also, no? So we need to empty that accumulator value. So we are transferring that result, final result of A and B which is stored in accumulator na, that to the result memory location. So next we performed what? A into B. So So now next we have to perform C into D na. So for that again load C. Load C means the content of C is moved to accumulator. Then multiply D means the value is of accumulator is multiplied with D and the result is stored in accumulator. Now so we got the result of C and D and A plus B. The A plus B value A into B value is stored in result memory location and C into D result is stored in accumulator now. So next we have the multiplication of C and D in a accumulator na. Then we have to perform the addition operation here. So how to perform the addition operation? Add result means this one. So add result means the result of A and B which is stored in the result of A into B which is stored in result memory location. That result is added with the value of the accumulator. Accumulator value is result of C into D. So this and this will be added. Result and the accumulator value is added and store here Y. Store Y. Store Y means finally we got after adding the result is final result is stored in what? Accumulator na. Then that result is stored in Y. Okay, means we are assigning that to Y na. So from the accumulator the result is transferred to Y. This is one address instruction. In two address instruction, so we move that to register. Some machines supports and content is directly transferred from the memory location, and some machine supports register. I am mentioning both the type here. So here first is we are transferring the value of A to R0 register, and then value of B to R1 register, then multiply R0 and the R1. Multiply R0 and R1. So that is A value is present in R0 and B value is present in R1. So after multiplying R0 and R1, the final result is stored in R1. So next we perform the A into B. Then next we have to perform C into D now. So move C to R2 and D value to R3. Then multiply R2 comma R3. After multiplying R2 comma R3, the result is stored in R3, and here this result is stored in R1. We perform A into B and C into D, and we are performing addition of these two, right? So add the result is stored in R1 and the R3, right? Then add R1 R3. So we then it adds the R1 and R3. It adds the value of R1 and R3. The result is stored in R3, and from the R3 we move the value to the Y. So finally we are storing in the Y variable, Y memory location. So move that value from the R3 to Y. This is using registers. So we can directly multiply in some machines support direct multiplication from the memory location itself. So multiply A and B and multiply C and D. Then after multiplying A into B, the result is stored in B, and here result is stored in D now. Then add that B and D. After adding B and D, the result is stored. Then move that final result to Y. This is two address instruction. In this instruction, multiply A, B. We have to multiply A, B and E. And next we are multiplying the C and D, and the result is stored in F. Then adding the value of E and F, that is multiplication of this and the multiplication of this is stored in E and F. Adding that E and F, final result is stored in Y. This is 3 address instruction. So if you have any doubts means ask me. So this is about basic instruction types, that is 1 address, 2 address and the 3 instruction. This problem is also important. If you have any doubts means please discuss with me.